which includes the examination of the shoulders and the examination of the breast and hands and the examination of the knees. The patient's name is Likith Kumar and he is 20 years old. First I'll start by examining the shoulders. Before starting, we have to clean our hands properly. First I'll start the examination of the shoulders by inspecting the shoulder and the shoulder girdle anteriorly, and the scapula and the related muscles posteriorly, to check whether there is any swelling or deformities or anything present, nothing. Okay, now we'll do the maneuvers for examining the shoulder. First one is the crossover, a cross-body adduction test. This is to assess the acromioclavicular joint. Can you ask the patient to adduct the hand across the chest? Okay. Are you feeling any pain?
No.
Okay, relax. Can you turn now? Now we'll do the Apley scratch test, which is the overall shoulder rotation. Can you touch your scapula, opposite scapula with the hand? This is the external rotation and the abduction. Okay. Relax. With the same hand, can you do the internal? Okay. Touch it. This is the internal rotation and the adduction. Okay, relax. Are you feeling anything?
No.
Turn on. Now we'll do the knee impingement test. Okay. For that we have to go behind the patient and we have to hold the scapula to prevent the scapular motion or movement. Okay. With another hand we have to lift the patient hand completely. Are you feeling any pain? Okay. Relax. This is the greater tuberosity of the humerus against the acromion, and now we will do the Hawkins impingement test. For that we have to hold the patient hand. We have to flex the shoulder and the elbow to the 90 degrees. The palm facing down. Okay, like this. Okay. Okay. With one hand we have to hold the arm and with another hand we have to hold the forearm. And now we have to do the internal rotation. Are you feeling any pain?
No.
Okay. Relax. This is the greater tuberosity against the supraspinatus tendon. Okay. Now we will do the drop arm test. Okay. Ask the patient to completely abduct the hand to the 90 degrees. Okay. And now I'm lowering it slowly so that I can observe whether the patient is able to control the downward movement or not. Okay. Okay. Now we'll do the empty can test. For that we have to, can you elevate the hands to the 90 degrees and rotate internally, thumbs facing down. Okay. Now can you please resist? Now I'm putting the down pressure on your arms. Are you feeling any pain?
No.
Okay, relax. Now I'll start examining the wrist and hand. First I'll start by the hand grip strength. Hold my fingers, squeeze them as hard as you can so that I can check the hand grip and the strength of your fingers. Okay, relax. Okay. Now we'll see the finger strength test. For that, can you grasp your thumb, hold your to the wrist. Okay. Midline in the ulnar deviation we have to finalize slightly. Are you feeling any pain?
No.
Okay. Relax. For carpal tunnel syndrome, we have to perform the thumb abduction and the tunnel sign and the phalanx sign. First, we will see the thumb abduction. Keep your hand like this. Rise up your thumb. Okay. I am keeping the downward resistance. Tell me if this hurts. Are you feeling any pain?
No.
Okay. Now we will test the tunnel sign by tapping the median nerve of carpal tunnel Are you feeling any pain in your second, third, and fourth fingers? Okay. Now we'll do the Fallon sign. Flex your elbows, flex your arms like this, and extend your elbows. Okay. Fully. Okay. Like this. Keep pressure on your hands, wrist. Are you feeling any pain in your second, third, and fourth fingers? Okay. Now let's start the examination of the knee. For that, the patient has to be in supine position. First, I'll start by inspecting the knee. For the inspection of the knee should be flexed to the heel streak. Can you feel? Okay. Okay. I'm checking the alignment and the contour of the knee, and also observing the atrophy and the quadriceps muscles. Okay. First, I'll start by palpation for the knee joint infusion. 3 tests detect the fluid in the knee, which are the bulge sign and the balloon sign and the balloting of the patella. First, I'll start with the bulge sign. For that, we have to place our one hand on the above the knee at the suprapatellar notch, compressing the suprapatellar notch, and with the other hand we have to tap the lateral margins of the knee to check whether the bulge is present or not. Okay. Now I am doing the balloon sign. For that, we have to place our one hand above the knee, compressing the suprapatellar pouch, and with the other hand we have to place our index finger and the thumb finger on the both sides of the patella, keeping the pressure. To check whether there is any balloon sign are present or not. Okay. Now we will do the balloting of the patella. For that also we have to place our hand above the knee, compressing the suprapatellar pouch, and with the other hand we have to hold the knee with our index finger and the thumb finger, and with our another finger we have to tap on the medially to feel for the fluid floating under our hand. Now we'll start the manuals for examining the knee. First, I'll start by examining the McMurray test. For that, the knee has to be flexed fully, and with one hand we have to hold the ankle, and with the other hand we have to hold the knee. And for checking for the lateral meniscus, we have to rotate the tibia medially. Feeling any pain? For medial meniscus, we have to rotate the tibia laterally. Okay, relax. If the pain is present, the test is positive. Now we will do the valgus abduction test. For that, the thigh has to flex to the 30 degrees, and with one hand we have to hold the ankle, and with the other hand we have to hold the knee at the femur. We have to do it laterally. Are you feeling any pain? No. Okay. The valgus test is to assess the medial collateral ligament injury, and now we will do the varus or adduction stress test. For that, we have to flex the thigh up to the 30 degrees, and with one hand we have to hold the ankle, and with the other hand we have to hold the knee, and we have to adduct it laterally. Are you feeling any pain? No. Okay. The varus or adduction stress test is to assess the lateral collateral ligament injury. We do the anterior draw test. This is to assess the anterior cruciate ligament injury. For that, the patient has to be in supine position, and The knee should be flexed to the 90 degrees. Flexion. And we have to place our thumbs over the joint lines medially and laterally. And we have to try to move the tibia anteriorly, whether it slides towards under the femur or not. Okay, relax. We do the Lachman test. For that, the patient knee should be at 30 degrees of flexion, and with one hand we have to hold the femur, and with the other hand we have to hold the tibia, and try to translate it anteriorly. Okay, are you feeling any pain? Okay, relax. Okay. Now we'll do the posterior draw test, which is used to assess the posterior cruciate ligament injury, and for that we have flex your leg to 90 degrees. Okay. We have to place our hands over the joint lines and try to push the tibia. Okay. If the tibia moves greater than 6 millimeters, then the test is positive. Thank you.